This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Well, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousness. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh. Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Sure.
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in. That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara,
Ginger.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome in, everybody. Good morning, Culture James Hodge. Good morning, the network specialist. Good morning to each and every single one of you coming in. Oh, do we have a lot to talk about this morning? The first Friday of 2025. I was talking to the Onyx Collab last night, which I do weeknights at 10, 9 Central on Clubhouse. And I was saying to him, like, did this week even happen? Like, we were in 2024 and came into 2025 and it's already Friday. Like, is it just me that feels that way? Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the live chat. Because I'm like, I don't think this week happened, because how did we get to Friday this quick? There's usually a bit of lag time for you to feel that a week has happened. You know what I mean? But with all that being said, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for you this morning. And I'm going to kick it off with Melody Shari. If you don't know, she has unfollowed Carlos King. Don't know about the rest of the cast. And apparently Coleslaw talked to somebody, child. And I have thoughts. We'll talk. Shamsud Din Jabbar, the piece of ish that did that carnage in New Orleans. There's more information out on him. We will talk about that. Also, Matthew Liveisberger is the person that was in the Tesla truck, and when you hear what happened, I'm just gonna say trigger warning, everybody. I told y'all we'll have updates for y'all in the morning. I saw it was breaking Thursday night, but y'all know how I roll. I like to at least breathe before we go to those destinations that may be a little bit of a higher energy in terms of coverage, because we cover real things over here. So I respect my audience. Hey, Shirley, welcome in. I respect my audience. I respect my audience emotions, but most of all, I respect my audience's time, energy, and commitment to going on tour with me. So I wanted to at least have a day to breathe with that. Apple's going to have to pay some big money, and Tokyo Toni might actually be right. I will tell you how. I'm like, wait, I know y'all rather like, wait, but Tokyo Toni's right about something. I know Peggy's twin sister, Tokyo Toni, might be right about something. We'll talk about that. Humanity could be at stake. There is an article that scientists gave a prediction that by 2025, something will happen. We're going to talk about that. By the way, speaking of humanity, we're going to talk about kissing this morning and the benefits of the kissers. So if you've been kissing, you should get in here to hear these benefits. Katt Williams may be back with Shannon Sharp. I have the intel for you there. And then GloRilla will be down south with some HBCU bands and Nick Cannon. And one of those bands is the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, home of the mighty Golden Line. So with that being said, higher is way and low is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see the virtual tour background. Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music. Yes, you do. One thing to know, and two things for sure. Now, over here on this channel, a lot happens early. Roll it.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith. I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell. And I'm Dave Price.
And it's a little early for this.
Now this for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you start living right. But I'm whenever you start the daylight. A lot happens early. Can you feel it? And I say, good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
Dirty.
Early.
A lot happens
Early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
This is Julie Chin Move as it is a new morning to Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harry Smith, Maggie Rodriguez. You're right on this channel a lot. Happens early. Good morning, everybody. Glad to have all of you here in the building. We got 8 destinations for y'all. Let's get to again doing what we do because it's time to go on tour. So we're going to kick it off with Melody Shari Rogers, or Melody Shari Lee, if you roll that way. It's a joke. People calm down. So Melody has unfollowed Carlos King. Now, here's my thoughts on this. Are y'all really surprised? Like Melody even said, why are y'all surprised by what's happening, right? Because y'all remember at the Reality with the King live podcast taping that Carlos King said that he was going to put out after the season premiere, but he never did that, right? I was about to say he never really did that, but he never did that, right? And when Melody said that Carlos wasn't really considerate about what was going on, and Carlos said he had no idea about, what Martell was doing, right? And he had Carlos had the black audacity, black proxy, black imagination, be like, don't talk about my staff and my crew who leave their homes and their families and everything in between to come and film this show. Y'all remember that, right? So why are y'all surprised that she unfollowed Carlos King? Like, everything that is being confirmed has already been confirmed, right? So I'm not surprised by that. I do think that Melody is on her way out. And, let me see if I can bring up something here, because I believe somebody asked Melody a question. I believe somebody asked Melody a question. Let me see here. Not like we carry receipts on this channel all the time or anything, but let me see. Give me one moment, y'all, because I just want to see something. I do believe somebody that's a very important question to Melody. Right here, y'all. Let's look at this clip right here real quickly. Let's look here.
Whenever she was ready to come, I made that call.
I like it.
Whenever she was ready to, when she was ready. And now y'all see her.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So that's all I had. I wish everybody success with your master class. I know they're going to be some good students and pass that class with flying colors. And
because I get them tasks every week, and every week when we do that one-on-one call, I'm asking them, okay, what did you get done this week? So they ain't got. Okay.
Sound like Don.
Yep.
Now, one thing I don't play when it comes to teaching. I don't play when it comes to my students. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post this in a minute. One of my students, I just saw a message in my hidden kind of area of DMs. Anyway, wrote me and said, you taught me 7th or 8th grade, and was like, wow, I can't believe how far you've gone. You were such an amazing
That goes to show how deep teachers are and how impactful they are.
But I'll play.
They deserve to be paid more than they're getting paid now. Regular benefits.
Get them together, Mel. But good luck with your classes and everything else. I still got to order my t-shirts, so I'll order that too. And hey, Mama Bear, happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
My way, shout out to
all of that good stuff, okay? All of it.
You too.
Everything.
Bye.
Bye.
I love it.
All right, y'all.
All right,
Let's
somebody's
see,
about to come up here
today
with
is
Melody.
for you guys, honey.
I still can't believe that this actually happened.
Okay. Let me see.
There it is. Oh, Lord.
We need a Roger that tea. Let me tell you.
Oh, my God.
Here's my behind.
Oh, my God.
I didn't think I was going to be chosen. Hey, everybody. Wow. First of all, I just want to say thank you for being amazing. I really mean that. Also, I'm from Arkansas, Woo Pig Suey Razorbacks. I think my biggest question for you
all good, being Ross, all good,
is having done this for 6 seasons, going on 7 seasons, do you feel at some point in time with Nubian TV, with everything that's going on, do you feel that there will be a point in time where you will want to leave because you know there's fire waiting for you? Because at some point in time with 7th Avenue, honestly, you can go on Shark Tank and get with Damon John and just make this thing drop. So how do you feel about that?
I feel like whatever doors that God opens for me that I'm supposed to walk through, I will walk through. Whatever, I say this all the time, whatever is meant for you is for you. And just like God said, go whenever it is to move, I'll move. And that's not based on anybody else's feelings, anybody else's thoughts, anybody else think I should do. That's why I always say it's so important to be in tune yourself, because if you listen to what everybody else says and everybody else, you miss out on where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? So with Nubian, I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to do as it pertains to that. Got a new show dropping in January that I produce. It's, I'm doing the things I'm doing over there.
Understood.
But I'm still also doing the things that I'm doing over here too.
Man.
And until something says differently, then that's what I'll be doing.
I receive that. Well, I wanted to come up here and just say thank you. Everybody in the chat, y'all overwhelm me with the love and so go ahead, Mel.
Your hands. They say Arkansas is in the house.
Listen. And also too, we talk in the DM, and like I said, anytime you need me for Nubian TV or anything, I actually I said to Don Michelle an idea that I think would be amazing is the 7th Avenue HBCU collection, where you get the HBCU colors in the smells, and then that can be a 7th Avenue HBCU scholarship.
Come on.
Because just imagine how many people at Alabama A&M would love that. So if you need me for anything at all, just let me know. Love you, Mel. Can I take a screenshot? Because I would love to post this on the YouTube channel.
Listen.
All right.
Not Miss Love with the self-promotion. Listen, it was good.
Love you all. See you soon. Love you, Mel. Bye.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Listen.
You guys are so amazing. So amazing. So amazing. I love y'all so much. So, let me see who else is trying to come up in here. I love y'all so much. I'm giving y'all some time today.
Listen.
Let's see.
Man, I still can't believe that happened. Wait for it.
Hey, I just accepted someone else. Yeah, those were some great ideas, right?
Listen. Boom! Now, I don't know if y'all remember that live, but I'm going to repeat my 5 motherfucking ass statements. By the time season 7 comes on TV, it's going to be season 8 on YouTube. Okay? There's something coming down the line that ain't nobody know about. Social media and the show are about to clash in a way that we've never seen. That final season poster looked like a final season poster, and all will be revealed. That phrase was not chosen by accident. And I asked Melody, she got Nubian TV, she got 7th Avenue Beauty, she can go on Shark Tank, and she really could make it drop. Because FUBU Beauty would be amazing with Melody Shari, because FUBU already has clothing and everything else, but they don't have a beauty line. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. If you understand the moves being made behind the scenes, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. Now, y'all can do what y'all want to do, but Melody did say that she is going to do what she needs to do until something tells her something different. And now she's unfollowed Carlos King. I'm going to take this down for 1 second. Are we really doing this? Are we really doing this? Now, I know I ain't no Queen Sheba. I know I ain't no Trick Chat. I know I ain't no DeSilva Zoo. I know I'm not any of the big messengers that y'all embrace. But I am that one messenger that has never cried wolf, and it has not been a wolf. And that doesn't mean that those of the content creators have not done that. So don't get that fucking twisted for one damn second. But those 5 statements have been said for more than a year. And that clip, y'all can do what y'all want to do. Yes, new show is coming from PN2 Ross. PN2 Ross also said, "You're so respectful, Brandon. That's what I love about you. Thank you so much for seeing the work, for getting to know me for yourself, and also staying here to see that consistency." Because like I said before, there's a lot of people missing out on a lot of great blessings because of somebody else's perspective of that person. Thank you, the network specialist. Shout out to you, sister. Had a not ruined everything. That would give you your chance. It may still. I agree with that. You said that, Brandon. It's coming to pass. Absolutely. I did say something was coming down the line that ain't nobody knows about, right? I did say that, right? Okay. That season 8's on YouTube. I did say that too. By the time season 7 comes on TV, it's going to be season 8 on YouTube. I did say that. Social media, the show about Clash in a way that we never seen. I did say that too. That poster looked like a final season poster because it looked like it was frozen in time. I did say that too. Okay. And all will be revealed. Was not chosen by accident. And then Melody said the year of revelation. And then she said that to me on that Instagram live. Yeah. And y'all really surprised about Melody unfollowing Carlos King. Okay. All right. You know what? If y'all surprised, I'm surprised right along with you. Not. And by the way, y'all, remember when everybody said, right, when Martell did what he did of, trying to negotiate the children's pain, so that way, they could be on TV, and how he could start Melody on a date, and how, there was a photo, and guess what? Revenge can be photos for you fucking idiots on the other side who brains didn't develop after the age of 26. But some of y'all parents had y'all on accident. It was supposed to be a one-night stand, and then they created this spawn that need to be under a recall. Because some of y'all, woo, thank God we ain't family. See, sometimes you just need to take a mental inventory of how really blessed you are. Because some of y'all, woo, shit. Ooh, as I come and go, Jesus be a hey, protection. I'm not gonna be a fence. Jesus be a fence. Be a fence right now. Do y'all remember when original Straight No Chaser and Coleslaw had their calls? And how Coleslaw said that I'm so getting tired of being around Martell and this, that, and the third, and all that stuff. She said that to a piece of sperm that grew up into a person. Said the same thing to that spawn, to that sperm that grew up into a person. So if Coleslaw already said to original Straight No Chaser and said to that piece of sperm that grew up into a person, what does that tell you? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! It's already been confirmed! Wow! 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 Y'all do know Revenge P can also be a photo, not just video, right? I'm gonna ask the other side of the question. If y'all had somebody do Revenge Pete on you, right? It was a photo. Would you keep the same energy? You're like, no, it's gotta be a video. Would you keep the same energy? I'll wait for a motherfucking answer. I'll wait for it. I'll wait for it. I will wait for it. Just like it ain't cool for a content creator to call CPS on somebody and their child. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. Just like it ain't cool for a stranger to call somebody's grandchild. That ain't cool either. That ain't cool either. That's not cool either. But yet, Revenge P, y'all believe it can't be a photo though? Really? Really? This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Is this really what we're really doing? Okay. I guess. Y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm just trying to figure out the idiotic logic, right? I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. Right? You do know that there have been kids who have committed suicide over predators trying to do Revenge P on kids too, right? Other side, would y'all be here for that? If one of y'all kids got into some shit because a predator wanted to just mentally mollywop your kid about Revenge P, would y'all be cool with that? Answer me, you dumb fucks. And you won't answer me because you damn well motherfucking ass know you itches and mitches. You mention my name, I got Calvary here that will mentally, emotionally, and every other lead whoop your ass. It is fucking sad that at 30 years old, with no children, no wife, I have more of a soul for right is right and wrong is wrong than y'all being the fucking elders. Okay? By the way, didn't everybody say that Melody had the right to leave Martell? And then Coleslaw tells that piece of sperm that grew up into a person the same thing. Oh my God, the content creators confirmed that before. What? Are you shocked? Original Straight No Chaser has not been on the platform because she know the bullshit that she created got her ass caught up. And that piece of sperm that grew up into a person, I'ma just say it. All that minutia Kiki talking to that sperm that grew up into a person is really a huge part why Kiki isn't here. And what of it? But then when she passes away, you want to have sympathy, prayers, and thoughts for the family. If I were you, I would take that Leave Me Alone song the fuck down off of your channel. Because you got the black dazzle, black proxy, and black imagination to walk around here thinking that anybody will want to come to your broken down loft. Child, there is no sunshine outside of your loft. Because you know why? It's gray outside, like your fucking auntie. Her mama named her last name Gray because she don't bring no sunshine. And there's no opulence to your loft, you dumb fuck. Because let's review. Katt Williams, part 1. Jumping over the bench. Kurt Franklin? 1,000-pound compared to, wait a minute. Let's get into it. Because we're not doing this. Oh no. And then you say you were going to do a rebrand, but you haven't done it? Let me show you what real content is. Do we gotta do this again? Do we have to do this again? I'm just asking a question here. Oh, you talked about Karen Huger too. Okay. So 5 topics compared to how many? Let's keep scrolling. I'm just asking a question. Still scrolling. Still scrolling. Yep. Still scrolling. Y'all really are surprised by the bullshit that's happening right now? I'm just asking a question. Now I'm going to scroll all the way back. I don't think we really want to do this. I really don't think we want to do this. But y'all go ahead and be surprised at everything that's happening. Child, miss me with your shit. And Will Rayner Woods, and Will. Brayley, you are a small blogger that stays in your lane. Big things will come to you soon. Thank you, Shari, for that. I appreciate you. P&T Ross says she hasn't really got tired of him yet, but she does stand by because when a woman finally gets tired, makes a move that usually is big. That part, Rayner Woods said, preach. Vanessa, hand claps. Vanessa says, hey, Brandon, Happy New Year. Now we know Mel left because they added AC to the show next season. Well, here's the thing, right? Carlos said, and I quote, that the show's been renewed, right? Right, that's what he said. Let's look at, Oprah Winfrey Network press release, guys, not like I cover media all the time or anything, Yeah, let's do that real quick. Just want to see something, Because I could be wrong. It's a brand new year. I'm sure that, first week. Let's see. Oh, my Lord Jesus. There's no press release of Love, Marriage, Huntsville being renewed. Oh, my Lord Jesus. This is the last press release right here. Owns hit dating series Ready to Love sets his sights on the singles in Philadelphia for his milestone 10th season. That came out December 18, 2024. My Lord. Okay. And then here is OWN announces early renewal for hit unscripted series Bell Collective, December 13, 2024. But oh my Lord, wait a minute. Okay, you got this person that quit, that person that quit. So but you know what? Let's be fair. Let's go to OWN's Instagram. I'm fair. That's the one thing about me. I am fair. Let's go here and see what we got. Because Brantley could be absolutely wrong. He really could. Okay, so this post right here, posted 33 minutes ago, part 2 of the reunion. Is that Love and Marriage Huntsville renewal post? I don't think it is. No, I don't. Last Love and Marriage Huntsville post was right here about a day ago. Saturday, 8/7 Central, only here, hashtag on Keeping It Real. Now let's go to On Keeping It Real YouTube channel. YouTube page, right? Not YouTube, but Instagram page. All right, let's see here. Oh, same post 34 minutes ago on Keep It Real Instagram. Oh my God, and same thing here. Wow, shocking. All right, Carlos, let's go to your page, bro. I listen, he said the show was renewed. I'm just asking questions. Carlos, that's an interview with Cheryl Rosado. That's not a renewed Love and Marriage Huntsville post. But he said the show was renewed, y'all, right? He did say that, right? Can I get somebody in the chat to confirm with me that he did say that the show was renewed, but yet there's no posting on any of those Instagram pages that we just looked at, and there's no press release? Can somebody let me know? In the words of Nene Leakes, where's your scooter? Where is it? My Lord Jesus, I want to show y'all this. Okay. I want to show y'all this. Okay. This came from The Wrap. I love real people. I'm a journalist. I went to college for journalism. I interned at 2020. I was the editor-in-chief of my high school newspaper. I was a reporter for local newspapers in Detroit, Michigan. So I love real people. I love real stories. And that's my attraction to this genre. They want the quick thing, the quick money. There's nothing wrong with that. But before that, he says the state of reality is really interesting because you have some people who are joining for the wrong reasons. But it's their inability to give their real stories. When you hide something from the audience, that's a no-no. I have no interest in working with anybody who's hiding their real lives. Carlos, you said this, bro. You said this. This is all public information. Anybody can look it up. I'm just bringing it to you. You say you have no interest in working with anybody who's hiding their real lives, right? But you said Love and Marriage Huntsville was renewed, but there's no official press release or posting of a renewal. So, are you lying? Because you say you have no interest in working with anybody who's hiding their real life. So maybe you're talking about yourself too, because you're hiding the real of the reality that's happening on your shows. I mean, honestly, when Akeisha quitted on your show, that was the realest thing that ever happened on your show. Well, let me take, not just that, but also Tisha confirming what all the content creators have been saying for a long time now. Dustin, who is dry, boring, and honestly, good Lord Jesus, I mean, no matter how much sugar you add to the Kool-Aid, it still tastes like shit. Even he talked about what happened that weekend. And had he not talked about it, you weren't going to say shit. But you said when you had something from the audience, that's a no-no. You said that, Carlos. You said that. You said that. Right here, the audience is much savvier. They can spot a fake, they can spot a thirsty person, honey, and they're like, no ma'am, you're thirsty, we don't like you. And it's funny because when I'm casting for my shows, I always tell people it's okay to be thirsty, don't be dehydrated, it's okay to want it. And you're concerned about the authenticity, you are concerned about the intention. Sir, you do realize you said this, right? You said this. You actually said this in a public article on the biggest Hollywood publications in the industry, The Wrap. All right. Deadline, and then we're going to roll on, y'all, because listen. right here. It says, how special would it be for a show to represent the owner of the company so that we're able to really have the ability to not only understand storytelling, but understand the culture in which the storytelling is happening. What culture is allowing any of this in their culture, right? Because you said, but to understand the culture in which the storytelling is happening. How is anybody understanding Black culture in this frame of storytelling? My secret sauce is the fact that my shows represent me, my family, and my background. So ratchetness, brokenness, and tavern behavior is what you and your family and your background is about, right? That makes my town feel so comfortable with giving their real life to the show because it's difficult to expose your life in front of the world to judge. It can be uncomfortable at times. So your town feels comfortable enough with you, bro? That's what you said in a Deadline article. That's what your ass said right there. That's what you said. There he is, y'all. He did this interview with Deadline. He said that. He said that. Y'all keep being surprised. I'll just be here after it's all said and done for y'all want to have a place to fall. Moving on. Because there's other things that are happening in the world, and we got to get to it. So our second destination, everybody, the driver in the New Orleans attack was an Army veteran from Texas, right? So right here, Shamsud Din Jabbar, 42, served in the Army on active duty from 2006 to 2015. And was deployed to Afghanistan in 2009, 3 U.S. defense officials said. Oh my God, a U.S. Army veteran from Texas who was employed by Detonite is the suspect in a bloody New Year's Day attack in New Orleans that killed at least 15 people and injured 30 more. Federal investigators identified Shamsud Din Jabbar, 42, as the man who intentionally ran a rented pickup truck into revelers around 3:15 a.m. On Bourbon Street as people were ringing in the new year. He died in a pow out with police. 2 officers were powed and were stable, officials said. Federal and local officials are working to uncover a motive behind the attack and determine whether Jabbar acted alone or had help. This is not just an act of terrorism. This is evil. Police Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick said the carnage unfolded when Jabbar drove onto a sidewalk, bypassed a police vehicle that had been parked to block cars from pedestrians celebrating on a crowded Bourbon Street. Officials told reporters Wednesday afternoon. According to the preliminary information, Jabbar had a black is flag affixed to the hitch of his Ford F-150 Lightning truck. The car sharing marketplace Turo said the vehicle was rented from its company. In an email statement, a spokesperson said the company is heartbroken over the attack and is actively working with law enforcement. Turo does not believe the car renter had a criminal background that would have identified him as a security threat, according to the statement. In an address to the nation, President Joe Biden said Jabbar posted videos to social media indicating that he was inspired by is, expressing a desire to ill. The is flag was found in his vehicle. Biden said, citing information from the FBI, he added, no one should jump to conclusions about the investigation. CNN saying 2 officials briefed on the investigation report that law enforcement is reviewing videos made by Jabbar while he drove to Louisiana, in which he discussed his allegiance to is. NBC News has independently verified that reporting. Federal officials and local law enforcement agencies in New Orleans are investigating whether Jabbar used a long POW rifle and fired it into the crowd as he ran people over. 3 senior law enforcement officials briefed on the investigation told NBC News. Now, yesterday, right, we were live on tour, talked about, the New Orleans attack, the first day of the year. And then later on, like literally not even later on, but like a couple of seconds later, I saw Lovely TTV, shouts to Lovely TTV, great content creator, like, comment, share, subscribe to her. She brings up, the suspect, Shamsud Din Jabbar. And so I'm like, okay, we're going live talking about And it was confirmed by CBS News that there was a long POW rifle, right? This is the thing that people do not get about this thing called life. There's an equal opposite reaction, input, output, the law of attraction, right? And what happened in New Orleans should not have happened. It should have happened anywhere in the world, okay? And the fact that this happened should really go to show you that we really have to find our center, right? Because here's the thing. Nobody is happy about this at all, right? And it boggles my mind how we allow ourselves to be in such trivial issues, right? And I'm not saying that reality TV is not important, but imagine, right, if this was you in New Orleans. Imagine if it was a family member or a friend or a significant other, or one of your kids from college, or somebody that you give a fuck about, right? I think sometimes the reasons why some people hate content creators, especially when they make it big, right? Or even just content creators in general, is, can you feel a pulse of what's going on in the world? And I feel like the world has really gotten into this space of, if it's not on my feed, it doesn't matter. And that's fucking sad. We will play this video here in just a little bit. But that's where I'm at with this. This should be on everybody's YouTube channel. But hey, it's easier to escape into some bullshit than into some real shit. Let's roll on. The incident is being investigated as both a terrorist attack and a crime scene. Federal and local officials said, we will be relentless. We will do everything that it takes to render real justice. Mayor LaToya Cantrell said at a news conference the FBI, which is leading the investigation, said weapons and potential improvised explosive devices, or IEDs, were in Jabbar's car and the French Corps. Officials are looking into at least 2 IEDs that may have been planted near the attack area to determine whether those were actual explosive devices and whether they were operable. We are aggressively running down all leads to identify the possible subjects, associates. We are working to ensure that there's no further threat. Alicia Duncan, an assistant special agent in charge of the FBI New Orleans field office, told reporters. Jabbar had been working for professional service giant Deloitte in a staff level role since 2021, the company confirmed to NBC News. We were shocked to learn of reports that the individual identified as the suspect had any association with our firm, Deloitte. Managing Director Jonathan Gondo said in a statement, like everyone, we are outraged by the shameful, senseless act of violence, and we are doing all we can to assist authorities in their investigation. He said he did not expand on the nature of Jabbar's work for the company. Jabbar served in the Army active duty from 2006 to 2015. Then in the Army Reserve from 2015 to 2020, according to 3 U.S. defense officials. He was deployed to Afghanistan in 2009 and was an administrative clerk. He was a staff sergeant in 2020 when he was armed and discharged. Separately, he tried to enlist in the Navy in 2004, but never shipped out or began training. A spokesperson said Texas criminal records show that Jabbar was charged in 2002 with a misdemeanor theft, and 2005 with driving with an invalid license. He attended Georgia State University from 2015 to 2017 and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Computer Information Systems, the university spokesperson said. A childhood friend said Jabbar's alleged actions on Wednesday don't at all align with the person he knew growing up in Beaumont, Texas. What happened today was a complete 180 of anything I ever knew about him. Chris Punson, who last spoke with Jabbar, who he called Sham sometime in 2017 and 2018. He was very quiet, very reserved, smart, and articulate. Punson said he first met Jabbar in 1996 at Beaumont Middle School. They became instant best friends. Later attended the same high school after graduating. The two lost touch when Jabbar joined the Army, and Punson joined the Air Force. when they connected on Facebook several years later, Poulsen noticed Jabbar's post focused on his Muslim faith. It was always positive, peace be with you, uplifting type of stuff. Poulsen said nothing that he posted online that also was negative. I didn't see this coming from a mile away. So, more details here. Civil records show Jabbar was married twice, with his first marriage ending in 2012 and his second ending in 2022. In 2020, Jabbar's second wife filed a motion for a temporary restraining order. According to public records, the order barred both parties from intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly causing bodily injury to the other party or to a child of either party, or threatening the other party or a child of either party with imminent bodily injury. A month later, the divorce case was dismissed and a new divorce petition was filed in 2021. Jabbar and his ex-wife was granted joint custody of their child in 2022, but in a video posted to YouTube in 2020, Jabbar said that he was born in Beaumont, Texas, and has worked in real estate after serving a decade in the military. His real estate license expired in 2023, according to Texas Real Estate Commission records. A woman who has identified herself as Jabbar's sister-in-law asked not to be named, as relatives in Texas were in shock when they heard the news. It makes no sense. She said, he was the nicest person I've ever known. I really don't know what happened. She added, he was a good man. He takes care of his children and everything. She said some family members were heading to Texas, was heading from Texas rather to New Orleans. Now, I want to bring this up because, okay. So, like I said, this is completely wrong. Now, I want to give y'all a trigger warning. Okay, because that was the information at that time, right? This is a trigger warning. This comes to us from The Independent, which is a UK publication. It says here, disturbing footage of suspect threatening to ill his family. Like I said, trigger warning, everybody. Disturbing footage of suspect threatening to ill his family. Investigators are reviewing a series of disturbing footage where the suspect revealed plans to ill his family and proclaimed his support for is riots confirmed at the press conference. The footage was filmed at night while the suspect was driving from his home in Houston to New Orleans. Videos were timestamped at 1:29 a.m. and then 3:02 a.m. On January 1st, right? I said in the footage, Jabbar explained how he originally planned to harm his family and friends, but worried the news headlines would not focus on the war between believers and disbelievers. Right at the end of the video, Jabbar referenced to dreams that he had about becoming inspired to join the terror group, officials told CNN. Y'all. Shirley says, I'm from Louisiana. I've been to NOLA or New Orleans over 1,000 times. I've never seen those barriers now. This is weird. They did say that, Shirley, that the barriers that were there, they were working on them. I think that was from NBC News, if I'm not mistaken, because we played some live. No, it wasn't live, but we played a news piece yesterday from NBC News, and they said that apparently New Orleans was working on those barriers, and those barriers should have been up. Those barriers should have been up all night, actually. So yes, indeed. So let me play this video here for y'all from NBC News. Now, this is Tom Yamas. Now, for those of you who don't know who Tom Yamas is, he was at ABC News, and he was working on ABC News Live with Lindsay Davis, and was a very heavily featured correspondent. But then he went over to NBC News. He is the anchor of Top Story with Tom Yamas on NBC News. news now. So here we go.
Good evening, Lester. Well, the FBI has now given Bourbon Street back to the city of New Orleans, which has reopened, as you mentioned, but it looks much different. They've now added this hydraulic steel ramp, which will prevent vehicles from getting onto Bourbon Street. They've also added these barriers to the sidewalk. Remember, the terrorists jumped the curb and came through the sidewalk onto Bourbon Street. If these precautions were in place on New Year's Eve, that terrorist likely would not have gotten access. All of this as a makeshift memorial is now being put up here on Bourbon Street as the city insists it is safe for residents and for visitors.
Tonight, this new video showing the high-speed terror attack in the early hours of New Year's Day.
We got a white on. I need EMS at Canal and Bourbon now.
People celebrating on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, scrambling to dodge that white pickup truck the FBI says was driven by 42-year-old Texas-born Shamsud Din Jabbar. He died after crashing into a crane and getting into a shootout with police. This photo showing the truck and a black wheelchair belonging to Jeremy Sankey, who was knocked to the ground.
Cops were looking at me, and I know at this time that they were looking at me because I was still alive, and they weren't worried. They knew I was still alive, so I'm screaming, and finally somebody came over to me and just looked at me and said, "Listen, we know you're hurt, but you're alive." That's what they said to me, "You're alive."
But his legs were broken, and tonight he's still in shock over the killings.
I'm not against anybody like that. I love everybody. I love everybody, and I just can't believe that what happened.
14 people killed in the attack, dozens more injured and hospitalized. University Medical. 14 people killed in the attack.
So hang on, because I want to.
People killed in the attack.
So Billy DeMano, Drew Doppin, Kareem Boadi, Tiger Beck, Reggie Hunter, Nakira Shane Dierks, Nicole Perez, Matthew Tenner, and Hubert Refrain. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people that are no longer here. I got their information in the ABC News article. We will speak on their lives and honor this because this should not have happened. You know, anytime that we go on tour, which is pretty much every day, it is very difficult to be able to bring you a show that has range, that has perspective, but also that has a soul to each live. And I know for most of you, you're like, wait a minute, how can we go from Melody Shari and you saying what needs to be said to this situation? And I now feel down, right? And if you look at every roadmap that, you know, I've created, I've always tried to make sure that we start with a high point or start with a high point emotionally that everybody would relate to. So that way, when we get to these points, when we get to these destinations of the show, you know that not only has the tone changed, not only has the tenor changed, but also the frequency has changed. So I am going to give this as much time as it deserves, because it deserves that much time. These people mattered. Could have been you, could have been me, could have been any of us. So let's roll on.
Dozens more injured and hospitalized. University Medical Center, New Orleans, treating the most critically wounded.
We had a mix of both blunt and penetrating trauma. We had patients that were injured from the vehicle going down the street, as well as some with gunshot injuries.
Authorities now searching Jabbar's Houston home, as well as a residence where he stayed in New Orleans, locating 3 cell phones and 2 laptops. And tonight, piecing together more information about the man who had an ISIS flag on the truck he used in the attack. We now know he was an Army veteran who at one point deployed to Afghanistan, worked as a realtor, property manager, and beginning in 2021, an employee at financial consulting firm Deloitte. But also, more recently, someone who posted videos expressing his desire to kill and his inspiration from ISIS. 5 videos the FBI says posted to Facebook in the moments before his deadly rampage.
In the first video, Jabbar explains he originally planned to harm his family and friends, but was concerned the news headlines would not focus on the, quote, war between the believers and the disbelievers.
In this YouTube video posted 4 years ago, Jabbar is seen promoting himself as a trustworthy real estate agent because of his time in the military.
I spent 10 years as a human resources specialist and IT specialist, where I learned the meaning of great service.
But he appeared to be struggling financially, going through a divorce several years ago. According to public records obtained by NBC News, he lost $28,000 with his business in 2021, owed $16,000 in credit card debt, and wrote to a divorce lawyer in 2022 saying, "I cannot afford the house payment. It is past due in excess of $27,000 and in danger of foreclosure if we delay settling the divorce." According to family members who spoke to the New York Times, Jabbar was raised Christian but converted to Islam and recently had been barred by his ex-wife from spending time with their 2 daughters after acting erratically. The FBI says Jabbar claimed to have joined ISIS before the summer of 2024.
This was an act of terrorism. It was premeditated and an evil act.
The FBI, which initially said it did not believe Jabbar was solely responsible for the Bourbon Street attack, now says he appears to have acted alone, renting the pickup truck on December 30th and driving from Texas to New Orleans on the 31st.
We do not assess at this point that anyone else involved in this attack except for Shamsud Din Jabbar.
According to the FBI, Jabbar also placed 2 explosive devices in coolers near the scene of the attack, one at the cross-section of Bourbon and Orleans Street, the other at an intersection 2 blocks away. 2 senior law enforcement officials say both devices contained nails inside of them and had receivers for remote detonation.
We did obtain surveillance footage showing Jabbar placing the devices where they were found.
And authorities are investigating a fire at the New Orleans house where Jabbar is believed to have stayed, saying it started after Jabbar was killed. Its cause unclear.
She was a loving, caring person. She loved her son.
Jessica Carvajal now among those in mourning. Her sister, Nicole Perez, killed in the attack. She leaves behind a 5-year-old boy named Melvin.
Do you remember the last thing you guys said to each other by any chance?
She texted me at 12 o'clock at night telling me, "Happy New Year, sis. I love you so much." And I told her I love you too. And I didn't know that was going to be her last text message.
In New Orleans today, Bourbon Street reopened ahead of the Sugar Bowl. The college football game delayed a day because of the attack.
We have brought in heavy trucks.
The police superintendent assuring people her city and their iconic street are safe.
And Tom, there's some new images tonight related to the attack there on Bourbon Street. What can you tell us?
That's right, Lester. The FBI releasing tonight some chilling new images. They showed the terrorist walking through Bourbon Street as he was planting those explosive devices. And we're also seeing for the first time the coolers that the terrorist was hiding those pipe bombs in. The FBI says they were filled with nails. If they would have exploded, likely several more people would have died. Lester?
Thank you and Tom Yanis for what y'all do. And this is why journalism does matter, everybody. Let's get to the lives, everybody, of these people. Kareem Bawadi, in his final text message exchange with his son, Belal Bawadi, wished his son a happy new year. Kareem Bawadi responded, "Happy New Year, Baba," which is Arabic for daddy. The text message was the last communication between Belal Bawadi had with his son. The family traveled from Baton Rouge to New Orleans, Louisiana, led by Tom Relay that the good times were oh baby. On New Year's Day, to track down Kareem Bawadi, eventually learning that he was ill in the attack. Kareem Bawadi was a freshman at the University of Alabama, majoring in mechanical engineering. He was incredibly smart and dedicated to his studies, always pushing himself to be the best. His family said in a statement. On top of that, he was a talented athlete, known for his hard work and team spirit. But what truly set Kareem apart was his kindness. He was sweet, loving, and caring, and always there for his family and friends. The statement went on to say Kareem's smile and humor truly lit up every room As a son, brother, cousin, and friend, he was someone everyone could count on. With his bright future ahead of him, Kareem was destined for great things. He will deeply be missed by all by the privilege of knowing him. Kareem Barati was a member of Sigma Chi international fraternity, and the Iota chapter at the University of Alabama. He graduated from the Episcopal School of Baton Rouge last year. Fellow alumnus was also critically injured and is hospitalized. This is Kareem Barati. Rest in peace to you, good sir. Barati was attending the University of Alabama, according to a statement from the university president. I learned that today Kareem Barati, one of our students at the University of Alabama, was ill in the terrorist attack in New Orleans. I grieve alongside family and friends of Kareem and the heartbreaking loss. President Stuart Bell said, "State, rest in peace to you, good sir." Tyson Beck, 27. Tyson Beck's death was confirmed to ABC News by his mother, Michelle Beck. Michelle Beck said her son, 27, played football at Princeton University and moved to New York City after graduating in 2021 to work for Seaport Global, a capital markets firm. There is Zach Beck there. She told ABC News that her son lived life to the fullest and was on top of the world. She said her son was in Louisiana for a long weekend of hunting and fishing, doing his favorite activities with college friends from Princeton. He's scheduled to fly back to New York Wednesday afternoon. His younger brother, Jack Beck, is a wide receiver for Texas Christian University football. Michelle Beck, so Tiger Beck frequently flew down from New York City over the past 2 years to attend his brother's games. In a statement to ABC News, Princeton football coach Bob Surace described Tiger Beck as a ferocious competitor with endless energy, a beloved teammate, and a caring friend. Rest in peace to Tiger Beck. Drew Doplin's death was confirmed in a statement issued by Auburn University President Christopher B. Roberts. Doplin was a 2023 graduate of the University of California. Roberts, on behalf of Auburn University, I send my sincerest condolences to the family and loved ones of 2023 graduate Drew Doplin, who was taken from us in the New Orleans terror attack. Roberts statement read, "Words cannot convey the sorrow that the Auburn family feels for Drew's family and friends during this unimaginably difficult time. Our thoughts are with the Doplin family and the families of all the victims of the senseless tragedy." The statement continued. Make sure. In an interview with ABC News, Doplin's family friends Becky DeRoche and Karen Green said Drew and his little brother Matthew were on Matthew 24 were on Bourbon Street together during the attack. They had been out and they went to get some pizza. Drew stepped out with his pizza. Said the Matthew Doplin survived the attack but left Bourbon Street without a brother. "We didn't get to spend enough time with him. We can't believe we will never see him again this side of heaven," the Doplin family sad statement. So rest in peace to Drew Doplin there. Nakia Shane DeGrow. Death was confirmed to ABC News by her mother, Melissa DeGrow. Melissa DeGrow, remember her 18-year-old daughter, just got to adulthood. As a kind and outgoing young woman who was excited to attend nursing school this year, she was a sweet person. She was outgoing. She was very loved, said Melissa DeGrow, who said goodbye to her daughter for the final time Tuesday night. Melissa DeGrow says she begged her daughter not to go to Bourbon Street for New Year's Eve like she had done the year prior. There she is there with that graduation money. I ain't mad at it. Melissa DeRose said that she was worried about the danger of the area and she needed her daughter to pick her up from her overnight shift at work at 7:30 a.m. When another family member picked her up from work, she said she sensed something was wrong. She said her brother-in-law broke the news to her when she got home. Melissa DeRose said she hopes others remember her daughter as a kind person. She was a good person, and even though she was loved by many, it can happen to anybody, she said. So rest in peace to this beautiful sister right here, Nakia Shane DeRoe, right here, 18 years old, everybody. Billy DeMaio, 25. Billy DeMaio is being remembered by his former teammates and coworkers as a kind-hearted and hardworking young man. At Honda High School, Jabbar was a star lacrosse player who graduated in 2017. Billy was a remarkable young man on and off the field. High school boys lacrosse team said a statement at Chestnut Hill College. Jabbar was a star student who captained the school's lacrosse team in 2022, leading his teammates to a championship title. According to the school, he studied business administration as an undergraduate before attaining his master's in organizational leadership in 2022. Our prayers are with the entire DiMaggio family at this tragic hour, as our entire college reflects upon the positive impact that he had. Upon so many in our close community, Chestnut Hill College said in a statement. He worked for Audacy's office. Audacy is a radio company, by the way, everybody. I think that's the Tony said you're talking about here. New York office as an account executive for more than 2 years is remembered by his colleagues for his unwavering work ethic, positive attitude, and kindness, according to the company spokesperson. Hubert Gavral was identified as the victim in Wednesday night's attack. In a statement from the Archbishop Shaw High School in Monroe, Louisiana, from which he graduated in 2021, it is with great sorrow that we share that alumni Hubert Gavral, class of 2021, was tragically ill in the senseless act of violence that occurred early this morning in the French Quarter. A statement from the school saying he was 21 years old. Rest in peace to Hubert Gavral. Reggie Hunter's death was confirmed by his first cousin, Cheryl Jackson. He did not deserve this. She told ABC News, Diane Machado, "It's senseless, it's cruel. I wish none of this had ever happened." There's Reggie Hunter right there. Jackson said Hunter, 37, leaves behind 2 sons, 11-year-old Layden Hunter and 18-month-old. Oh, my Lord Jesus. She described her cousin as the life of the party with a big heart, who was funny, loving, and caring. This hurts us different. This is hurting all of us differently on so many levels, she said. We were expecting so much life to live with our cousin, just a beautiful person who did not deserve this and had so much more to live. Rest in peace to Reggie Hunter. Nicole Perez, 27, was confirmed as one of the victims by Kimberly Usher Fall, her employer, a family friend. Usher Fall said Perez had recently been promoted to a manager at one of her stores, and she was really excited about the position. Perez brought her 4-year-old son, Melvin, with her to work, and she was helping him learn how to read. She was an excellent mother, Usher Fall told ABC News' Diane Machado. She was just a really exciting little young lady, and she was getting herself together. Usher Fall said Perez was out with her friends for New Year's Eve when she was struck by the truck. She was taken to University Hospital but succumbed to her injuries. Usher Fall had previously shared the news of Perez passing Wednesday morning on a GoFundMe page. She was so beautiful, full of life. Her son Mello is now without his mama. And we are without our friend and dedicated employee. I'm hoping to get some help for her burial expenses and to help her son with moving expenses, as he will need to transition to a new living situation. Matthew Turendo, 25. The death of Matthew Turendo, 25, was confirmed to ABC News by his parents, Louis and Kathy Turendo. Turendo worked as a fiber optics and video professional at the Superdome and Smoothie King Center, according to his parents, who said that they felt he had a boundless future. Kathy Turendo described her son as the life of the room. His warmth and humor was treasured by his friends. As what would she miss about her son? She answered everything. His beautiful face, laugh, I love you, Mom. He was just a wonderful son. The Torendos saw their son at dinner on New Year's Eve before he departed for a night with friends on Bourbon Street. There's Matthew Torendo there. They both had qualms about him staying out late on New Year's Eve, but all I did was just hug him and tell him, I love you, Happy New Year. Please text me when you get home. That text never came. Catherine said the Torendos been trying to contact their son Wednesday morning, attempting to piece together his last steps by asking his friends. They described as seeing chaos and carnage that caused the group to split up. By the time the powering stopped, they couldn't find Matthew, his parents said. By noon, I had a good idea that something terrible happened to my son, Louis Torrento said. Louis and Kathy recounted calling hospitals and reporting their son missing, and then eventually going to a family reunification center at the University Medical Center Hospital. I heard parents screaming and crying this afternoon. This broke my heart. I think of that well that my mom did when her only brother, my uncle, passed away. I never heard my mom in that fashion. And I said to my mom, as long as I live, I never want to hear you well like that ever again. And I can't even recreate it for you because it is too triggering for me mentally. I can't handle a lot. Kathy Jordan described the agony of waiting to learn her son's fate. In a statement issued today, the New Orleans Saints and Pelicans remember Matthew Durando as a valued member of their video production team who had a bright future. Matthew was young, talented, and had a bright future, helping deliver quality content for both the New Orleans Saints and the Pelicans. Our thoughts, prayers, and deepest condolences with the Durando family and everyone affected by the senseless act of terrorism, the New Orleans Saints and Pelicans said in a statement. This is why I do this show. And I know that for this sector, they really could give two damn fucks or ish about real news. I also know that, lives are huge on YouTube. And, when all your lives that you are doing, that you just got started doing, is all reality gossip. Because that's all your brain cells can take in, and your brain can only think of that, and you can only move in that. It's going to be difficult when you try to showcase compassion, sympathy, or understanding because you're so narrow-minded. And that's to anybody. I mean, if you do not feel, see, and can have a sense of your soul dropping with this story, you're shit to me. Like I said, I know this sector is going to do what's going to do, but this story needs to be talked about. In my opinion, New Orleans dropped the ball due to all the high-profile activities, including the bowl game, the Sugar Bowl, which was aired last night. They did a they lowered the flags half staff. In the upcoming Super Bowl, we have to be ready, not getting ready. Absolutely. It's so sad that people have these mental breaks. The POW in Vegas was also of that. We are going to get to that here in just a minute. Now, this is just a video to confirm everything. And then we are going to take a mental break after the show.
The Bourbon Street attacker was, quote, 100% inspired by ISIS. But how did Jabbar go from homegrown Texan to radicalized terrorist? Investigative reporter Jeremy Rogowski spent the day digging into his background and continues our team coverage now. Jeremy.
Well, Mia, Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry says getting answers to questions like that is like trying to solve a jigsaw puzzle with 1,000 pieces.
You've got to start sifting through those pieces.
That's the task ahead as investigators unravel the life of Shamsud Din Jabbar, from the terror on Bourbon Street to his childhood in Beaumont.
I'm just shocked.
Where a high school classmate remembered him as well-spoken and smart.
I mean, you just wouldn't think that he would do something like this.
This is not how we knew Shamsud Din.
A friend of the family, also floored by the news.
I'd love to get my hands on whoever influenced him.
After high school, records show Jabbar married and divorced 3 times, had at least 3 children, and served in the Army from 2007 to 2020. Leaving as a staff sergeant.
I'm Shamsud Din Jabbar, property manager with Blue Metal Properties.
The same year, Jabbar posted this YouTube video about a real estate career in Houston, a business he later reported a $28,000 loss, along with past due house payments of $27,000 he listed in divorce proceedings. In 2022, his wife accused Jabbar of excessive cash withdrawals, gifts to paramours, and unreasonable spending. Months later, records show he was evicted from an apartment in Cyprus.
We are looking in everything in his life.
The FBI executed a search warrant at Jabbar's latest home in North Harris County. Investigators have not yet reported what they found inside or whether any of those pieces will help solve the puzzle of how this native Texan and Army veteran pledged allegiance to the Islamic State.
That's the stuff in the coming days as far as that path to radicalization that we're really going to be digging into and making a priority.
Now, the FBI did say that Jabbar claimed he joined ISIS before last summer, saying so in one of 5 Facebook videos investigators say he posted while driving from Texas to New Orleans New Year's Eve night. Mia and Tracy.
With the background, Jeremy Rogowski. Thank you.
Like I said, I know that this sector is going to do what it's going to do, but sometimes I feel like this sector is too far gone from reality. And while it is difficult, while it is frustrating, while it gets a little long in the tooth, to bring you virtual tour live not from time to time, because we do it every day, but to bring you this type of high energy, high quality, high propensity of culture. If you don't stand up for something, you'll fall for anything. So I hope that everybody else will cover this because it needs to be covered. But everybody's going to do what they want to do, not what needs to be done. So that being said, we're going to take a little mental break. I know we usually play 4 commercials, but we're going to play 5. We'll be back with more right after this. When we come back, we'll be talking about Matthew Liveisberger, because there was also a highway as well, as Tesla Cybertruck that exploded. And that was happening in Las Vegas, as this was happening in New Orleans. Got a lot more Virtual Tour Live coming up right after this. We'll be back.
All day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Hey, hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, get low, get low. Come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, get low, get low. Come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, get low, get low. Come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, get low, get low. Come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Turn it up a little louder.
For Ramirez, Wingstop's triple meal deal. 6 classics, 6 boneless, and 2 tenders with 2 dips and a large fry for just $17.99. Get yours delivered today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Welcome to Copeland's.
Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact,
there's no occasion too big, or if you like, too small. Copeland's, there's always something good.
Sweet morning dew, unloading you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. God, you were found. I come from nothing. Our son is your son.
Welcome to the celebration.
We all we got.
I'll see that. Don't you leave here to go to happiness. I want you to leave here to show that.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from?
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
I'm loving y'all right back. Welcome back in the Brain Leaf Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all of you here. We kicked off the show with Melody Shari saying some things that need to be said there. And speaking of saying things that need to be said, let me say a couple more things on that destination about Melody Shari. Broke out the Never Ever Mets on YouTube before anybody else. Interviewed Aaron H., Diamond, Millie, and Josh. Talked to Dr. Shania. Interviewed Sonny. You know, I truly do believe that the beginning, middle, end of the day, it is the idiots with the most confidence that get the most publicity. And it's always the hardest working ones that don't get no play. So you can follow a pretender that wants to have a career but doesn't do shit. Or you can follow somebody that may not get a lot of attention, but they're actually about their shit. Then we talked about Shamsud Din Jabbar and the updates from New Orleans, Louisiana. There, I just went to meet a takeout. You know, because at 12 noon, they usually give you updates on different things. And so, I just saw this. Now, I've not forgotten that he's black, okay? He was absolutely a black man. That is a black man. But also, too, just because he's a black man doesn't mean that's every black man in America. Every black man in the world, we are not going to do that to us. But from MediaTakeout.com, Shamsud Din Jabbar radicalized over hatred of black women. We have some new details on the New Orleans terrorist, Shamsud Din Jabbar, African-American man who is described by people who know him as having hatred towards black women. Unfortunately, that hatred, radicalized hatred, rather, led to the death of 15 people on New Year's Day, including at least 4 black women and 2 black men. Jabbar, 42, in Houston, was a former military member and father of 3 children. He appears to have been married, divorced at least twice, and both times to black women. According to multiple people who knew Jabbar spoke on the website Reddit, Shamsud became radicalized by Islam after watching red pill videos on social media, which promoted becoming a masculine man and having control over women. One acquaintance explained he was obsessed with being called a king and having people refer to him as that. It was crazy talk. Another explained he was very anti-woman, especially anti-black women. That's what led to his radicalization opinion. So I just want to bring that up there. It's also said that he could not make late night prank calls, cancel her credit cards, and a number of other abusive behaviors, and Shamsud was ordered to refrain from doing the same. Nikita Jabbar was granted custody of their 2 children, and Shamsud Jabbar was ordered to pay child support of up to $650 a month and told to provide medical insurance for his children. So I'm just giving context there. So the order forbidden Shamsud Din Jabbar from sending threatening or receiving messages to her causing bodily injury to her child. So the terrorist's second wife, Shamsud Din Jabbar, was granted the temporary restraining order against him in July 2027. With that being said, y'all, trigger warning as we go to our next destination live on tour here on Running Leeds Virtual Tour Live. Soldier powed himself in the head before a Cybertruck exploded outside 47th Hotel. 47th Las Vegas Hotel, officials say. So right here, I think this is a video. Ooh,
For professionals experiencing moderate to severe IT security-induced concern, Dell can...
So there it is, the Tesla Cybertruck.
So through extensive surveillance video, we were able to track him leaving there, and we know that he went to several different places along Las Vegas Boulevard, and he spent some time in a parking lot of a business near Flamingo and Las Vegas Boulevard. We then have a video of the truck pulling back onto Las Vegas Boulevard from the sands. See that there? That's north on the boulevard from Sands at 8:39, where he then immediately heads to the Trump Hotel, pulls into the valet area, and as of course you all know, the explosion occurs within 17 seconds of his arrival at the valet.
Yeah.
Why do people donate blood?
That was my first time seeing that truck exploding. That was legitimately crazy. Okay. And of course, Elon Musk had some comments to say on the truck. Also, something else happened too. We'll talk about that here in just a minute, but we'll see if we can watch that video one more time, because that was my first time ever seeing that. And I do know about the Fulton, California plane crash, and we will get to that as well. I did put it on the destination roadmap this morning, but we will talk about that as well. There's a lot going on in the world, for sure. So, one more time.
Why do people donate blood? The benefits are endless, and the facts are undeniable. The need.
I mean, it's just the lead up, you know what I mean, to this. That's crazy for me. I mean, just my lord.
So through extensive surveillance video, we were able to track him leaving there, and we know that he went to several different places along Las Vegas Boulevard, and he spent some time in a parking lot of a business near Flamingo and Las Vegas Boulevard. We didn't have a video of the truck pulling back onto Las Vegas Boulevard from the sands.
Right there, y'all, is the truck right here.
See that there? That's north on the boulevard from Sands at 8:39, where he then immediately heads to the Trump Hotel, pulls into the valet area, and as of course you all know, the explosion occurs within 17 seconds of his arrival at the.
Yeah, that is the explosion, ladies and gentlemen. And that was fully engulfed. Like there was no way to survive that.
Of his arrival at the valet.
So with that being said, let's roll on. Woo, the highly decorated Army soldier inside a Tesla Cybertruck packed with fireworks that exploded outside of 47th International Hotel in Las Vegas pounded himself in the head just before detonation, authorities said Thursday. The explosion caused minor injuries to 7 people, virtually no damage to the hotel. Clark County Sheriff Kevin McCall said Matthew Liveisberger, 37-year-old Green Beret, likely planned a more damaging attack, but the steel vehicle absorbed much of the force from the crudely built explosive. Okay, listen. Just because it's made of steel that absorbed, much of the force from the crudely built explosive, that is still Elon's shit truck. Okay? Not gonna get that twisted for a damn thing. If you don't know about Tesla, robots have attacked people. The hood has popped up where you can't see anything, and the gas pedal was floored down on the back, and people could not stop the car. So no, that's Elon's piece of shit Cybertruck. Just give me a buck. The damage from the blast was mostly limited to the interior of the truck because the explosion vented out and it didn't hit the 47 hotel doors just a few feet away. Level of sophistication is not what we would expect from an individual with this type of military experience, said Kate Cooper, a special agent in charge of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. Authorities are still working to determine a motive. It's not lost on us that's in front of the 47 billion that is a Tesla vehicle. We don't have information at this point that definitively tells us or suggests that this was because of this particular ideology, said Spencer Evans, the Las Vegas FBI special agent in charge. So here's a clip here.
He was indeed in the United States Army. He was also a Green Beret operations sergeant who spent most of his time at Fort Carson, Colorado, and in Germany. I do still not have confirmation 100% that is the individual that was inside of our vehicle. A tremendous amount of substantial evidence to include he rented the Turo vehicle, the clearly obvious, which is the credit cards, the military identification.
Wait a minute. Did y'all hear that? So 2 attacks on the same day, and they both got rented off of the Turo app. Moving on.
The passport. Furthermore, as you'll see here in just a very short period of time, we tracked his movements from Colorado to Las Vegas, and in a number of the photographs that we were able to determine, he was the individual that was driving the vehicle. The individual had sustained a gunshot wound to the head prior to the detonation of the vehicle.
It's not lost on us that it's in front of the Trump building, that it's a Tesla vehicle, but we don't have information at this point that definitively tells us or suggests it was because of this particular ideology. or the any of the reasoning behind it. That's the purpose of the investigation that we're conducting, is to get to the bottom of exactly what happened, why and how.
So there it is. There, ladies.
He was indeed.
Liveisberger had recently returned from an overseas assignment in Germany and was approved on leave when he died. According to a U.S. official, law enforcement official said investigators learned through interviews that he may have gotten to a fight with his wife about relationship issues shortly before he rented the Tesla and bought the PALs. The official spoke on the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to discuss the ongoing investigation. Among the charged items found inside the truck were a hand pal at Livelsberger's feet, another firearm, a number of fireworks, a passport, a military ID, credit cards, a smartphone, and a smartwatch. McCall said authorities said both pals were purchased legally. Investigators identified the vehicle driver, who was burned beyond recognition as Liveisberger of Colorado Springs on Thursday. Cause of death was suicide by a PAL shot. According to the Clark County coroner, Liveisberger served in the Green Berets, a highly trained special forces who work to counter terrorism abroad and train partners. He had served in the Army since 2006, rising through the ranks with a long career of overseas assignments, deploying twice to Afghanistan, serving in Ukraine, Pakistan, Georgia, and Congo, or the Congo. The Army said he was awarded a total of 5 Bronze Stars, including one with a valid device for courage under fire and combat infantry badge, and a Army Commendation Medal with Valor. McCall said Liveisberger rented the Tesla electric vehicle in Denver on Saturday. The sheriff displayed a map showing that it was charged in the Colorado town line near Colorado Springs on Monday. On New Year's Eve, it was charged in Trinidad, Colorado, and 3 towns in New Mexico along the Interstate 40 corridor. So I can't pull it up. So this is a video here. So that is Tesla Cybertruck. So as you can see, that truck is gone. And right here would have been the driver. And so I'm guessing that those are burned body parts. As you can see, everybody's on the scene there. And yeah, that was...
we also discovered through the coroner's office that the individual had sustained a gunshot wound to the head prior to the detonation of the vehicle. One of the handguns was found at his feet inside of the vehicle. Other than the windows being gone, that's a bit more disassembled than it was at the scene, and the back area being blown off. There's no evidence of physical damage to the sides of that vehicle, and so the explosion that was in that vehicle sort of vented out and up, but it didn't even damage the glass doors at the trunk. So I'm not sure what that means.
It's not lost on us that it's in front of the Trump building, that it's a Tesla vehicle, but we don't have information at this point that definitively tells us or suggests it was because of this particular ideology or any of the reasoning behind it. That's the purpose of the investigation that we're conducting, is to get to the bottom of exactly what happened, why and how. It was because of this particular idea.
Then on Wednesday, the day of the explosion, it was charged in 3 Arizona towns before video showed up on Las Vegas Strip about 7:30 a.m. McCall said investigators obtained charging station photos showing Liveisberger was the individual that was driving this vehicle and was alone. We are not aware of any other subjects involved in this particular case, the sheriff said. The authorities searched a townhouse in Colorado Springs, Colorado on Thursday as part of the investigation. Neighbors said the man who lived there had a wife and baby and did not give a sign of posing a danger to anyone. Cindy Litwig, who lives diagonally across the narrow street separated home, said she last saw the man she knew, asked Matthew, about 2 weeks ago when he asked her if she had tool he needed to fix the SUV he was working on. He was a normal guy, said Litwig, who said she saw his wife and baby earlier this week had noticed that people in the townhome on a hill with views of the mountains don't interact much except when they're getting their mail, walking their dogs. There we go. The explosion of the truck packed with firework mortars and camp fuel canisters came hours after 42-year-old Shamsud Din Jabbar rammed a truck into a crowd in New Orleans, Louisiana. Livelsberger relayed that the Good Times Road Baby famed French Quarter early on New Year's Day, killing at least 14 people, now 15 people, before being pounded to death by police. That crash was being investigated as a terrorist attack. The FBI said Thursday that they believe Jabbar acted alone, reversing his position from a day earlier that he likely worked with others. Both Livelsberger and Jabbar spent time at a base formerly known as Fort Bragg, a massive Army base in North Carolina that is home to multiple Army Special Operations units. However, one of the officials who spoke to the Associated Press said there's no overlap in their assignments at the base now called Fort Liberty. Chris Rala, FBI Deputy Assistant Director, said Thursday that the officials have found no definitive link between the New Orleans attack and the truck explosion in Las Vegas. Tesla CEO Elon Musk said Wednesday afternoon on Twitter, "We have now confirmed that the explosion was caused by large fireworks and or a bomb carried in the bed of the rented Cybertruck and is unrelated to the vehicle itself." It is still your fucking vehicle, you piece of shit. See, this is why I can't stand. Okay, so listen, it is unrelated to the vehicle itself, but it's still your vehicle that was rented. Jesus Christ. No wonder why your daughter disowned your ass. Man. This is the same guy that said, go up yourself to advertisers. This is the same guy. Y'all may not remember. I mean, he really is trying to get away from this. But sir, no. By the way, shout out to Virgin Road as well. Hopefully they have more ships to come, for sure.
What was that trip like? And obviously, you know that there's a public perception that, and you're clarifying this now, but there's a public perception that was part of a apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go yourself.
But
go yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
One more time.
But advertising, blackmail me with money, go yourself.
But
go yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
Well,
but he wants to negate the fact that this is his Cybertruck. Okay. Musk had recently become a member of President-elect 47's inner circle. Neither 47 or Musk was in Las Vegas early Wednesday. Both had attended 47's New Year's Eve party at his South Florida estate. Musk spent an estimated $250 million for the presidential campaign to support the former president. He was at 47's resort on election night and had been a frequent guest there, to the point where he is staying in one of the houses on the property in Florida. 47 has named Musk the world's richest man to co-lead a new effort to find ways to cut the government size and spending. You don't think that he's not going to cut the government spending and fund the money to his businesses? Okay. All right, y'all. Our last destination. This is a bonus one, so now we got 9. Okay, so here we go with this one. 2 dead and 19 injured in Southern California plane crash. So there was a small plane that crashed through a rooftop of a commercial building in Southern California on yesterday, Thursday. So here it is here. So there's the fire there. It was so quick. Okay, I think that's an aerial shot. Nope. Go back. Oh my God, there we go. Okay. So right around here is the explosion right there.
At 2:09 this afternoon, the Fullerton Police Department and Fire Department received a radio call of a plane crash in the 2300 block of Raymer Avenue, where we're standing now. The plane crashed into a commercial building halfway down the block on the left side, south side of the street. At 2:09 this afternoon, the Fullerton Police Department and Fire Department received a radio call of a plane crash in the 2300 block of Raymer Avenue, where we're standing now. The plane crashed into a commercial building halfway down the block on the left side, south side of the street. Apparently it crashed into the roof. Upon the officers and fire department arrival, they found the building on fire.
So the plane crashed right there.
It was a Vans RV-10. It is a 4-passenger plane, similar in look to a Cessna. We do not know how many people were on the plane. Right now, the scene is stabilized. Fire department is still in charge of the scene. We're waiting for federal authorities and TSB to arrive to continue to take over the investigation.
Thank you very much, good sir, for that there. Like I said, y'all, you never know what's happening in the world. For Fulton, California, courtesy of the Associated Press, 2 people died and 19 were injured Thursday. A small plane crashed through the roof of a sprawling furniture manufacturing building in Southern California, where at least 200 people were working. Police said people who died were believed to have been on that plane, while those injured were inside the building. The deceased victims will be identified after officials have contacted the next of kin. The Fulton Police Department said in a statement 11 people were taken to hospitals, while 8 treated and released at the scene. Police said the injuries ranged from minor to very serious, said Michael Mitchin, Fulton Deputy Chief of Fire Operations. So right here, 4-seat single-engine plane crashes into a warehouse after taking off from the Fulton airport right here. So airport right here and the plane right there. And then of course, Anaheim, California, Disneyland, Dodger Stadium. Elliot Thompson, a National Transportation Safety Board aviation accident investigator, said the pilot asked for Mia returned to the airport at about 900 feet, 274 meters. The tower confirmed that it could mean land. The pilot did not say why he needed to return. The plane crashed less than 2 minutes after taking off from the Fulton Municipal Airport in Orange County, located 6 miles, 10 kilometers from Disneyland, according to the flight tracking website FlightAware. The crash occurred about 1,000 feet, 305 meters short of runway 24, Simpson said. And as you can see, more stories here. Jesus Christ. The security footage from Ruchi Forge, a wheel manufacturer across the street, shows the plane was tilted on its side, drove into the building, causing a fiery explosion and a black puddle of smoke. Firefighters and police arrived on the scene and battled the blaze and evacuated surrounding businesses. Fulton police spokesperson Christy Wells said Chris Reliables, an airport operations worker, came to the warehouse to see what happened after receiving a phone call about a plane going down nearby. He knew the airplane's owner was a regular at the airport and has frequently taken off from there. He has a hangar there, everything, almost said. After taking off, the pilot told air traffic controller he was going to turn around to make an emergency landing, but it was unclear what the issue with the plane was. Reliable said the building struck by the plane was occupied by Michael Nicholas Designs and Furniture Upholstery Manufacturing. Reports a sign on the door that they appear to be sewing machines and textile stock inside. The Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, is investigating the incident and identified the plane as a single-engine four-seater van RV-10. Simpson said of the NTSB said the aircraft was built in 2011. It's a popular kit-built plane. The airport in Fulton has one runway and a heliport. Metrolink, a regional train lines nearby, and flanks a residential neighborhood and commercial warehouse buildings. Fulton City Council posted a statement on social media calling the crash a solemn tragedy. The city of Fulton is committed to providing support for all those affected and working with the agencies involved to uncover the details of this incident. Mayor Fred Jung said in the statement, "We are grateful for the strength of our community and the compassion we show one another in times of crisis." Another four-seater plane crashed into a tree half a mile from the airport in November while making an emergency landing shortly after takeoff. The Orange County Register reported both people on board suffered moderate injuries. Fulton is about a city of 140,000 people, about 25 miles, 40 kilometers rather, southeast of Los Angeles. So, I mean, if it's not one thing after another, I promise y'all, something crazy to say the least. And here's a clip from Lawrence O'Donnell here. This is about Musk with 47. We just talked about the story from Las Vegas, and y'all check this out. This is bonkers.
First, there was Timothy McVeigh, an American military veteran who killed 168 people, including 19 children, in a terrorist attack on a federal building in Oklahoma City. Timothy McVeigh parked a truck outside that building loaded with explosives in an act of homegrown American terrorism. Timothy McVeigh's hatred of the American government was not tamed in any way by his service in the American military. So too with America's latest terrorist attack in New Orleans on New Year's Eve, with an American military veteran driving a pickup truck through a crowd to murder 14 people. The American military veteran terrorist was then killed in an exchange of gunfire with police. But when Donald Trump sees the type of terrorist attack that occurred in New Orleans, he doesn't remember Timothy McVeigh, and instead he blames the criminals that he imagines are crossing the southern border. Hours after the attack in New Orleans, Donald Trump wrote, quote, "When I said that the criminals coming in are far worse than the criminals we have in our country, that statement was constantly refuted by Democrats and the fake news media, but it turned out to be true." No one who has ever crossed the southern border in the history of the existence of the southern border has killed more people in this country than Timothy McVeigh, who was born in Lockport, New York, the northwest part of the state, into a white Roman Catholic American family with roots in this country that go back farther than Donald Trump's roots in this country. The New Orleans terrorist, like Timothy McVeigh, reached the rank of sergeant in the United States Army. The simple fact is, this country has suffered more deadly terrorism at the hands of American-born citizens who are veterans of the United States military than people who have crossed into this country at the southern border.
Correct.
It is very clear from the evidence that if you want to worry about terrorism in this country, the United States Army is a much bigger problem than the southern border. No one who crossed the southern border attacked the Capitol on January 6th, 4 years ago. But several veterans of the United States military violently attacked the Capitol on January 6th in an act of terrorism intended to terrorize Congress into violating the Constitution and not certifying Joe Biden as the elected president of the United States. With the country reeling from the attack in New Orleans, and those of us with family and friends in New Orleans worried about their safety, the big players in Donald Trump's world were not talking about New Orleans. They were talking about visas. Former Trump staff member Steve Bannon got in a public argument on Twitter with the owner of Twitter, Elon Musk, that provoked Musk to call Trump supporters like Bannon, quote, unrepentant racists. Musk seemed surprised to discover.
Let's look at that tweet. The contemptible fools I am referring to are those in the Republican Party who are hateful, unrepentant racists. Who are hateful, unrepentant racists. And this is coming from him that said, go uck yourself to advertisers. That disowned his daughter that wanted to be trans. That is trying to say, that was my truck, but it wasn't the vehicle that made the explosion. It was the person. Basically trying to distance himself away from his own ish. Not to mention Twitter employees sleeping on the floor because you don't want them to go home, by doing a mass email saying you're fired everybody with a GIF. Getting rid of the diversity, equity, inclusion team and the equality team at Twitter. So that way they won't be racism, bigotry, and strife on Twitter. Like, it's just one thing after another, but he has the white audacity, the white prophecy, and the white imagination to say those in the Republican Party who are hateful, unrepentant racists. Now, if Matthew Liveisberger turns out to be a 47 supporter, does that make him a hateful, unrepentant racist as well? And does that make you, Elon Musk, a hateful, unrepentant racist as well? Because you did say diversity, equity, and inclusion needs to die. And you also said, why hasn't Kamala Harris also received death threats? So, Elon, sir, I suggest you shut the flying fuck up because you're doing too much. Let's roll on.
Musk seemed surprised to discover that there were any racists supporting Donald Trump. Remember the outrage in both the news media and Trump world 8 years ago when candidate for president Hillary Clinton referred to some Trump supporters as, quote, deplorables, the racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it. Donald Trump pretended to be deeply offended at Hillary Clinton's accurate description of some Trump supporters.
Yep.
When the richest person Donald Trump has ever met, who also happens to be the richest person in the world, calls Trump voters unrepentant racists, Donald Trump, of course, sided with the rich guy against his own supporters. Donald Trump decided to publicly agree with Elon Musk that we should admit more skilled immigrants into this country, even to take jobs that Americans are eager to do. Nobel Prize-winning economist Paul Krugman writes in his Substack article titled, MAGA is already eating its own, pass the popcorn, quote, like many observers, I expected severe buyer's regret fairly early in the second Trump administration. After all, many Americans who voted for Trump did so because they believed he would bring down grocery prices. He was never going to be able to deliver on that promise and stopped talking about the subject as soon as the election was over. Sooner or later, voters were going to notice. I did not, however, expect a mega civil war weeks before Trump had even taken office. Elon Musk threatened Trump supporters like Steve Bannon on Twitter, saying, quote, take a big step back and F yourself in the face. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend. Vivek Ramaswamy joined the Musk side of the argument by saying that American workers are just not as good as foreign workers. American workers.
First of all, Varam is a piece of shit. He is an Indian. Indians are not shit. He, in particular, is shit. For him to say that American workers are not as good as foreign workers, sir, you're Indian, which means your family is from India, sir. And so since you're in America, you also are American. Does that not make you not a good worker? See the contradictions here? And most immigrants, to me, I believe, are getting up off of their behinds, doing the work and being about their purpose. And mostly racist, bigot, sexist, every ist and whatever you want to call them, is upset because immigrants are taking their jobs. Well, if you're not getting up off your ass to work, what are they supposed to do? They got the right to go out here and get to the bag. And to all the American companies, there are plenty of people willing to work, but y'all want them to be in person. And the salary is not going to match up to them moving down to wherever y'all are headquartered. But if you would, and I saw this one job from Sauce. They said, listen, if you are available to be in New York, the job is in New York. But if you can't, we'll make it remote. If all businesses did that, it wouldn't be a work shortage. If more universities allow people with bachelor degrees to be professors, it wouldn't be a problem. Sometimes shortages happen not because of circumstances, but because of the people in power not wanting to fix the circumstances. Let's roll on.
Workers are mediocre. Ramaswamy said, quote, American culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence for way too long. Imagine if Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden or Kamala Harris or any Democrat anywhere ever said that American workers are mediocre. American workers are not as good as foreign workers. And that, quote, American culture has venerated mediocrity. Paul Krugman writes, quote, so where is Trump coming down on all this? It has always been clear that he shares the tech bros' contempt for ordinary Americans, but is he willing to openly sell out his mega base? Why, yes. After Elon Musk told Trump loyalists to F themselves in the face, Trump sided with Musk. The terrorist attack in New Orleans brings into sharp focus what is at stake in the Senate confirmation hearing of Donald Trump's choice for director of the FBI. The confirmation hearing for Kash Patel as director of the FBI will be held in the Senate Judiciary Committee with our first guest tonight, Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, asking questions of the nominee, who has publicly said he wants to eliminate the intelligence unit in the FBI that investigates terrorist plots and has successfully stopped many of those plots before they were carried out.
So, this is the consequences. These are the consequences for wanting to be a part of fantasy, but not wanting to be responsible for the reality. So, if you get rid of that unit, that will never be named. The names of those people will never be named, nor the unit itself, the real name of the unit, because you know there is cloaking titles, right? That attack in New Orleans could happen again. What happened in Las Vegas could happen again. Any attack that happened since 2020, and all the attacks could happen again. But the nominee for the FBI wants to get rid of that unit that saves us from destruction, hell, and chaos. And y'all want to be chilling and spilling about reality TV. Okay, child. Oh, Lord, y'all priorities are all fucked up. All right, let's roll on first.
Here is what Kash Patel said he wants to do with that unit of the FBI and with the rest of the FBI.
The FBI's footprint has gotten so freaking big. And the biggest problem the FBI has come out of its intel shops. I'd break that component out of it. I'd shut down the FBI Hoover building on day one and reopening the next day as a museum of the deep state.
A museum of the deep state. Ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, y'all want to wind down, chill, and spill. Oh, my Lord. I want to do all of that, right? I want to do all of that, right? And y'all want to rise and shine over some reality television. That's what y'all want to do? Okay. That's cool. Rolling on. Apple to pay $95 million to sell a lawsuit of Siri, accusing Siri of Snoopy eavesdropping. So remember when Tokyo Toni said, Alexa, shut the fuck up, scram before I beat your ass, all that stuff. Well, Tokyo Toni may have been on to something. If the settlement is approved, Apple users could receive up to $20 per Siri-equipped device. Now, if you have 5 Siri devices, that's $100. So, let's roll on, though. Oh, my Lord. Apple has agreed to pay $95 million to settle a lawsuit accusing the privacy-minded company of deploying its virtual assistant Siri to eavesdrop on people using its iPhone and other trending devices. The proposed settlement, filed Tuesday in an Oakland, California federal court, will resolve a 5-year-old lawsuit revolving around allegations that Apple surreptitiously activates Siri to record conversations from iPhones and other devices equipped with the virtual assistant for more than a decade. The alleged recordings occurred even when people did seek to activate the virtual assistant with the trigger words, "Hey Siri." Some of the recorded conversations were then shared with advertisers in an attempt to sell their products to consumers more likely to be interested in the goods and services, the lawsuit asserted. The allegations about a Snoopy Siri contradicted Apple's long-running commitment to protect the privacy of its customers. Groups say that CEO Tim Cook has often framed as a fight to preserve a fundamental human right. Apple isn't acknowledging any wrongdoing in the settlement, which still must be approved by U.S. District Judge Jeffrey White. No relation to Walter White from Breaking Bad, by the way, everybody. Lawyers in the case have proposed a scheduling for February 14th, Valentine's Day. How quaint. Court hearing in Oakland to review the terms. If the settlement is approved, tens of millions of customers who own iPhones and other Apple devices from September 17th, 2024 through the end of last year could file claims. Each consumer could receive up to $20 per Siri-equipped device covered by the settlement, although the payment could be reduced or increased depending on the volume of claims. Only 3% to 5% of eligible consumers are expected to file claims according to estimates in court documents. Eligible consumers will be limited to seek compensation on a maximum of 5 devices. So what did I tell y'all? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, so up to $100 per person. That's probably all you're going to get. The settlement represents a silver of the $705 billion in profits that Apple has pocketed since September 2014. It's also a fraction of the roughly $1.5 billion that the lawyers representing consumers had estimated Apple could be required to pay if the company had been found violating wiretapping and other privacy laws had the case gone to a trial. The attorneys who filed the lawsuit may seek up to $29,600,000 from the settlement fund to cover their fees and other expenses according to court documents. So, Google, are you up next? Hey, Google. Just joking. All right, y'all. More virtual tour live coming at you right from the space right here, right now. We're gonna liven it up a little bit. I know that, Shamsud Din Jabbar and Matthew and the plane crash and Apple eavesdropping with Hey Siri was a bit heavy, right? But we're gonna line it up because y'all know that's what we do around here. But we have to talk about the real, right? So this article is quite funny to me. It says that it's quite funny. We're going to see what y'all think about it. Rollingout.com. Scientists predicted women will choose robots over men by 2025. Now, there's a clip of this show. The show was a black man, a black woman. And so this black woman said to this black man that you can have, intercourse with this robot. And then later on, this black woman had sex with a robot and they created a child. Okay, and I think it was Luke Cage, if I'm not mistaken, or some show, because I remember the clip. I don't remember the show. But anyway, a bold prediction from 2016 about the future of relationships services sparked an intense debate about love in the age of artificial intelligence. Back in 2016, when self-driving cars still seemed like science fiction and ChatGPT wasn't a twinkle in OpenAI's eye, one medical expert made a prediction that almost seemed laughable at the time. They claimed by 2025, women would choose robots over partners for intimate relationships. Now, I do remember there was a black rapper that said, listen, men gonna be choosing robots over women anyway. And somebody asked him, well, how are they gonna make, the portal, soft? And they were like, well, there's scientists, they can figure that out. And I'm just like, this is what it comes to. This is what it comes to. This is what it comes to. I cannot. Oh my God. They claim by 2025 that women would choose robots over human partners for intimate relationships. Now, as we approach that deadline, this forecast has resurfaced and sparked fascinating conversations about the intersection of technology and human connection. While this prediction matters now more than ever, the timing of this resurgence couldn't be more relevant. We are living in an era where artificial intelligence has become sophisticated enough to write poetry, create art, and engage in surprisingly deep conversations. The line between human and machine interaction grows blurrier by the day, making us question what the future of relationships might really look like for women. What experts got right and got wrong. The original prediction hinged on the idea that as artificial intelligence, AI, and robotics improve, people would form strong emotional bonds with machines. While we have seen remarkable advances in artificial intelligence technology, the physical robotic side hasn't quite caught to these ambitious expectations. Current social robots still fall into what experts call the uncanny valley, the creepy zone where something looks almost but not quite human. So I think of iRobot with Will Smith, and also there was this robot called Asimo. If y'all don't remember Asimo, he was a robot from Honda, and he was going around the world. He was at Disneyland for a while, and let me tell you something. What Honda did with Asimo was absolutely amazing. Now, of course, Asimo was actually more like Superhero 6. Big Hero 6, if you guys remember that movie, and Baymax, the healthcare companion. That's what Asimo was created as a healthcare companion to help, people open doors and, get groceries and all that type of stuff. So, technology can be for good, y'all. But this right here, this was just crazy. The real transformation in modern relationships was particularly interesting is how technology has actually helped change relationships, not just in the way that it was predicted. Dating apps have revolutionized how we meet potential partners. Virtual reality is creating new ways to connect across distances, and artificial intelligence chatbots are already serving as emotional support systems for many people. The unexpected role of artificial intelligence, rather than replacing human partners entirely, AI has begun to complement human relationships in ways that nobody saw coming. People are using AI to better understand their own emotions, practice difficult conversations, and even to give relationship advice. The integration of technology into our love lives is very different from the robot partners that were predicted. While the original prediction missed the mark, the 2016 forecast overlooks several crucial aspects of human nature. While people can and do form emotional attachments to technology, these connections tend to supplement rather than replace human relationships. The complexity of human touch, spontaneity, and shared experiences create depth that current technology cannot replicate. What women actually want from technologies. Surveys and studies have shown that women's primary interest in relationship technology focus on enhancement rather than replacement. They seek tools that can improve communication, understand emotional needs better, and facilitate deeper connections with human partners, and not substitute them entirely. The surprising impact of modern day. Instead of turning to robots, many women are using technology to make more informed choices about their human partners. AI-powered dating apps now help match people on deeper compatibility factors, while social media allows for better vetting of potential partners before meeting in person. Oh, I cannot wait to get my opinion on this, because this is a lot. The cultural shift nobody predicted. Perhaps the most significant change has been in how we talk about relationships and technology. The conversation has moved whether machines will replace humans to how technology can help us build better, more fulfilling connections look beyond 2025. As we approach the predicted turning point, it is clear that the future relationships look vastly different from what was envisioned in 2016. While AI and robotics will undoubtedly continue to play an increasing role in our love lives, they are more likely to serve as tools for enhancing human connections rather than replacing them entirely. New frontier digital intimacy. Technology is opening up new possibilities for connection that nobody could have predicted. Virtual reality dating, artificial intelligence, relation counseling, and emotion tracking apps are creating ways to understand and improve our relationships that seemed possible just a few years ago. What does this mean for future relationships? Rather than a binary choice between humans and robots, the future appears to be moving toward a more nuanced integration of technology into our romantic lives. The focus has shifted from replacement to enhancement, from competition to cooperation between human connection and technological innovation. As we stand on the cusp of 2025, it is clear that while the original prediction may not come true in its literal sense, it did correctly identify that technology will fundamentally change how we approach relationships. The real revolution isn't about choosing between humans and robots, but about using technology to build stronger, more meaningful connections with each other. Future relationships may not be what we expected, but it's shaping up to be something even more interesting, a world where technology helps us understand, connect with each other in deeper, more meaningful ways than ever before. Let me tell you something. I'm sorry. There is not a robot they could make, okay? With hips, tips, fingertips, and everything else, that's going to make me quit women. I'm sorry. What? Are you kidding me? And that's it's too, like, how in the world are women going to be able to afford the robots? And how are the men going to afford the robots? Because, you know, robots, they need maintenance, right? So, like, is there going to be a tax trail on the robots? Like, what is this? It just really boggles my mind, because I'm just like, who in their right mind would think this shit? What do y'all think in the chat? Like, y'all let me know what's going on. Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, I just thought that this was a funny destination to talk about, because I'm just like, ain't no way. Let me tell you something. Let me pull up this person, and y'all make some of y'all make no more. Pull up, so. Now I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all right damn now. Okay, so keep it a buck with y'all. Where is it? Where is my picture? I'm gonna show y'all here in just a minute. AI cannot do this. Okay? AI cannot do this. No, and no. That's the Zinga Amani. Okay? No, AI cannot. No, and no. You see all this beauty? You see all this? Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in flying hell that AI is going to be better than this. What? What? Like y'all trying it way too hard. Y'all trying it way too hard. Like I wish I could do that. But you ain't replacing this, okay? Oh Lord, let me get off the Zinga Mani or the Zinga. Let me get off of her. Jesus Christ, let's roll. Anyways, speaking of relationships and things of that energy, this damn show we do. For rollingout.com. Why good kissers have better romantic lives. Okay. Now, I don't know if you ever made out with a robot. I have not. I know you haven't either. I don't think any of us as culture has ever done that. But hey, listen, to each their own. Maybe you might have cosplayed as a robot. It is a role play, but that's neither here nor there. Why good kissers have better romantic lives. Understand the connection between kissing skills and relationship satisfaction. Small gestures can often make the biggest impact in romantic relationships, with kissing standing out as one of the most intimate expressions of love. The connection between kissing ability and relationship satisfaction reveals important insight about human connection and romance. There was a woman that told me one time, if a man cannot kiss her, he ain't getting her. Because if you can't make me feel something from that, you ain't gonna be able to make me feel nothing else. With that being said, let's roll on. The biology of connection. Kissing triggers powerful biological responses that strengthen emotional bonds. When couples kiss, their bodies release oxytocin, often the love hormone, which helps build trust and emotional connection. Simultaneously, dopamine release intensifies feelings of attraction and desire, creating a natural reward system for intimate contact. Good kissers instinctively tune into their partner's body language and emotional state. This natural synchronization creates stronger emotional connections, leading to deeper intimacy. Couples who maintain regular, meaningful kissing often report higher relationship satisfaction. Understanding compatibility. Kissing serves as a natural gauge for relationship compatibility. Psychologists know that kissing provides subconscious information about potential partners, helping people evaluate their chemistry. When kissing feels natural and right, they often confirm mutual attraction compatibility. This compatibility extends beyond physical attraction to emotional and intellectual connection. Some people have more intellect than others, but that's neither here nor there. Moving on. Some good kissing. Listen, if that ain't you, don't pick up those shoes and lace them up and wear them. But if it fits you, lace it up and wear it. Okay. Good kissers adapt their approach based on their partner's responses. Stick to the prompt. Demonstrating emotional intelligence and sensitivity to their partner's needs. The language of intimacy. A skilled kiss communicates volumes without words. Good kissers use the silent language to express various emotions, from passion to tenderness, building trust and security in relationships. Partners who feel misunderstood through physical affection often develop deeper emotional connections. For couples managing busy lives, relationship changes, meaningful kisses serve as important reminders of their connection. These moments of intimacy help maintain emotional bonds during difficult times. Physical connection and satisfaction. Touch plays a fundamental role in romantic relationships, with kissing at the foundation of physical intimacy. Good kissers understand that successful kissing involves more than technique encompasses the entire experience from physical closeness to emotional presence. Research indicates that couples who kiss frequently report greater relationship satisfaction. Regular physical affection helps maintain strong connections and reduces feelings of emotional distance. For skilled kissers, each intimate moment strengthens their relationship bond. Building confidence through connection. Good kissers often display natural confidence that attracts partners. This assurance comes from their ability to create meaningful experiences that make their partners feel valued and desired. When someone feels appreciated, they typically reciprocate these feelings, creating positive relationship dynamics. The willingness to learn and adapt kissing style demonstrates emotional maturity and investment in the relationship. These qualities make good kissers particularly attractive as long-term partners. So, listen. Here are some skills to help if you want to improve. Improving kissing skills, rather. Developing better kissing abilities requires attention to several key areas. Stay present during intimate moments, focusing completely on your partner. Learn to read and respond to your partner's physical and emotional cues. Maintain impeccable oral hygiene as a sign of respect. Varying kissing techniques to keep experiences fresh and exciting. Communicate openly about preferences and comfort levels. Long-term relationship benefits. In established relationships, kissing often becomes central to maintain intimacy. Understand partners recognize that kissing patterns involved with their relationship, adapting to changing dynamics and needs, whether sharing quick, affectionate texts or lingering romantic moments. These gestures help maintain relationship vitality. Kissing also offers physical health advantages, including stress reduction and immediate support. When partners prioritize both physical and emotional intimacy, the relationships typically thrive. Now, listen to all the brothers out there, okay? This does not mean you go open up a kissing salon, okay? And be like, listen, here at the kissing salon of Little Rock, we are about making sure that your stress is none at all, and we help your immune system rise up. Don't y'all start doing those as small businesses. Oh my God. Okay. Because I can see somebody do with this. I can see somebody, reading this article and be like, you know what, that could be a business. Yeah, that could be a business. I can go on Shark Tank and make it. Yeah, I really could. Yeah. I can get some venture capital. Yeah, I could really do it. Roll it on. Building deeper connections. Good kissers excel in relationships because they understand kissing role and emotional and physical intimacy. Their ability to connect through this fundamental expression of affection creates foundations of trust and passion in relationships. The skills that make someone a good kisser often reflect deeper emotional intelligence and relationship capabilities. These qualities contribute to more satisfying and lasting romantic connections. Moving forward, improving kissing abilities can significantly enhance romantic relationships rather than solely focus on technique. Consider kissing as a form of expression of emotional connection and care. This perspective helps develop more meaningful and satisfying intimate relationships. Remember that great kissing involves both physical and emotional elements. By paying attention to both aspects, partners can create more profound and lasting romantic connections. This story was great using artificial intelligence technology. Now listen, even though it is through AI, that don't mean a damn thing. Hey, Lynn, that's still welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. Even though this was created using AI, that doesn't mean a damn thing, because honestly, they told no lies. And honestly, tell you the truth, when it comes to a makeout session, you want to be grabbing on to something. Thick girls are the best blessing that God has ever created. And said it, I meant it, and we are rolling in that energy. Okay, speaking of rolling in that energy, Katt Williams, y'all, good Lord Jesus, from the Jasmine brand, social media is in shambles over alleged Katt Williams and Shannon Sharpe interview dropping soon. Social media is eagerly awaiting the next episode of Club Shay Shay. Shannon Sharpe recently hinted at the date of January 3rd, today, 2025, which may mark the return of Katt to his podcast. Are y'all ready to see what new predictions Katt may have Blessed be, fire emojis, sipping on the cognac, the popcorn from Michael Jackson. Catworms is the new groundhog. We have to see him once a year to know in which direction the wind will blow. I agree. Ash Housing. Also, buy my book, Love Cycle 2, a field story available on Amazon. Shot. Yeah, she's going to be somebody one day for sure. Cat's about sitting on that couch and say nothing for 3 minutes with the look of "I told you so" in his face and a glass in his hand. Oh, Lord. 2024 was an ish show after the last interview. Close the portal. That's right. 2024, he opened the portal. Now 2025, he's got to close the portal. I'm not doing this with y'all in the comment section. I'm not doing this with you. Not the laughing. Not laughing, Catworms. All lies will be exposed. That's all. Cat needs to do this every year from now. You know what? Listen, if you want to know what the Black culture is going to be for the new year, Shannon and Cat will give it to you in an interview. I agree. Oh. Wendy Williams said, "You're exhausting me." Oh, hell no. We're in for another ride, y'all. Finally, y'all, our last destination, y'all. I'm so excited about this, and I really am proud of my state. See, I told you we were going to pick up the pace a little bit. I told y'all. Okay. Let me get this story up. Yes. This destination. Here it is, y'all. GloRilla, Arkansas Pine Bluff, to perform at the Battle of the Bands. There is the beautiful GloRilla there. The 2025 Honda Battle of the Bands in Los Angeles will have a distinctive Mid-South sound. Grammy-nominated superstar GloRilla will perform in a lineup that includes performances by 6 HBCU bands, including the Arkansas Pine Bluff Marching Musical Machine of the Mid-South. So that is from UAPB, the home of the mighty Golden Lions, and that amazing Blackalicious cheerleading squad. Amen. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I do kind of regret not going to HBCU because it would have been nice, to be around my own people. But everything happens for a reason. And like I said, shout out to Beyonce when she did her performance at Coachella. And shout out to Tom Jordan too, because he always has been, no HBCUs. But for somebody that did get the chance to go to HBCU, the fact that Beyonce is like, just because I didn't go miss me, I can't miss. Thank you, Beyonce, for sure. And Nick Cannon will host the event. The Epic Showdown is scheduled for February 1st in Los Angeles. The event's website promises a unique experience, saying, "Get ready for a battle like no other. Each marching band in Honda's Battle of the Bands 2025 lineup is guaranteed to bring its unique flavor of music, guaranteed to get you out of your seat and on your feet." So congratulations there to the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, home of the mighty Golden Lions. Y'all, we did that in 2 hours, 37 minutes, and 36 seconds. Not too bad for a show there. Woo. So much to talk about. Oh, which is so much to talk about. Woo. Man, I don't know how you do that. Oh, Jesus. Now, here's some good news, y'all. Here's some good news. Now, y'all remember, Aoki Simmons and Russell Simmons, right? I just saw this story here, right? Because y'all know we always give y'all a positive news story to end the show. I'm still right here with y'all. I'm not going anywhere just yet. Just wanted to show y'all this here. So check this out for the Jasmine brand. Says here, Russell Simmons recently shared a reel of Aoki Simmons getting her yogi on. The post suggests that Aoki reconnected with her father in Bali. The photos in this reel aren't dated, but look recent. His heartfelt caption, Simmons expressed his pride, concluding, "So proud of her. She's a much better version of me." This comes after a public fallout in June of 2023. We covered the airport before live. When Aoki accused her father of verbal abuse leading to a family dispute. What's the longest you've gone without speaking to a parent? I've always spoke to my parents for sure. Without them, there couldn't be me. I mean, of course, were there periods where we needed space? Sure, because we both are, different people. But that doesn't mean we both don't have the same heart. Must need money, SMH, good for them. Adar needs her father. Heart emoji, love to see the power of forgiveness. Good, smile emoji, heart. Hallelujah, hands, God, glory. We need to forgive. Life is so short. It's sad how people speak so recklessly. Needed some guidance from her dad. Peace of mind, heart emoji. I mean, that's her father. People argue, fight, make up. It was time. I'm happy for them both. Peace and love. She really needed it too. Things being extremely concerning. Good life for short families. Family, this makes me happy. I wish I could reconnect my dad out in Bali. You know what? J Rain for you, Jasmine Smith. You funny. So that's what her. So what? That's her damn father. Family live forever. Absolutely. So. With that being said, I'm going to turn my camera now because we've done the whole show for over 2 hours. Yes, indeed, we have. Ooh. What a show, y'all. I mean, what a show this morning. Ooh. To cover all of that live. Man, the range. Yes, indeed. 2 people are still in the building here. I'm so glad to have all of you here with me. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Yes, indeed. Shay Renee is online, going live. Sandra P is going live as well. Shout out to them. Views and recaps as well. Yes, indeed. So a lot of good people going live right now. We are just chilling. Like I said, glad to have all of you here. I think the story that really got to me today was I think it was the Memphis story once again. You know what I mean? To gain more context to who Shamsud Din Jabbar was, and that he was already a piece of ish before that happened tragically in New Orleans, and to read out the lives of the people who are no longer here. As y'all saw, it got to me this morning. And yeah, I think that's the story that really got to me. And then, Matthew Liveisberger, being a vet and going through that space, let yourself go and then to explode yourself in that pesticide truck. What a world. Both sad events, both should not have happened. And I pray for, the wife and kids of each person. I believe that the wife and kids most of the time really don't know anything about what's going on. People have a thing called free will. So I pray for them. I pray for all the families involved, family, friends, and everybody involved in the New Orleans situation. Also, same thing, family and friends involved. Everybody between in Las Vegas. Apple having to pay $95 million because Siri was eavesdropping like that. That's just unnecessary, you know what I mean? Not unnecessary that Apple has to pay, but it was unnecessary that they had to do that. Now, does it help for situations like this, for situations like Las Vegas and Las Vegas? Yeah, no. For New Orleans and Las Vegas, absolutely. Because if Siri would have heard that, then they could have called the police and then could have stopped it. You know what I mean? So I kind of see what Apple is doing, but also too, like, you want your privacy. You know what I mean? So, and then the robots and women thing, that was completely hilarious. I'm like, I know you lying. I'm like, this cannot be the case, right? This cannot be the case of women ditching men and women as well for robots. Like, that's just ridiculous. And make out the best. I will say that. It's my preference. But no, honestly, as long as that person's a good person, you're vibing, they're vibing, listen, if it fits, it fits, So, Katt Williams opening up the portal again. Kind of a little bit of afraid. I'm kind of afraid of what's going to happen with Katt and Shannon Sharp. But we'll see. We shall see. And then GloRilla performing at the Honda Battle of the Bands in Los Angeles, February 1st with UAPB is so exciting. So congratulations to UAPB for getting in there. And then, of course, Melody Shari. I'm following Carlos King. I'm not surprised. Y'all shouldn't be surprised either. Everything has already been confirmed. Most of the things that we hear in this sector have usually been confirmed before. So I just roll with it. Y'all want to talk about it? I'll talk about it. But otherwise, I'm good. You know what I mean? So yes, indeed. So we are here just chilling out. Let me get my phone charger here. Y'all still right here with y'all live on tour. Yes, indeed, I am. Whew. Man, oh man, oh man. So we're just going to chill here for just a little bit. I'll probably close it out around 2:55. But I want to thank everybody for being here. Lynette Stiller, thank you for being here. P&2 Ross, thank you for being here. Shirley, thank you for being here. Vanessa, thank you for being here. Renee Woods, thank you for being here. Let's see here. Network Specialist, thank you for being here. Colton Hodge, thank you for being here as well. I appreciate y'all so much. Like I said, there's a lot of actual things going on in the world today. And listen, try to cover it all here on Virtual Tour Live. We do. I think this show, for the first Friday, and that's the thing too. Like, I really never know what the destinations are going to be until I start cruising the virtual streets of social media. I just never know. And I try my very best to layer it where it's a little bit of everything. But when you have real stuff happening, it's like, how do we talk about this? How do we go through this? How do we navigate this? And I hope that we do our job over here of doing that. So yes, indeed. So yes, 27 likes. Thank you all so much. I appreciate the 27 likes. Thank you so much. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for investing in me. It really means a lot. Like I said, I know the sector's going to do what's going to do, but listen, somebody's got to cover the real. Somebody has to cover the real. Somebody has to cover the, you know what I mean? So that's what we do. Oh, my Lord, that's what we do. So, yeah. So we are just chilling out here. Glad to have all of you here. Whew. Like I said, you could not have predicted this show for today. And that's the thing too. Like, I never really know what the show is. I'll put it like this. In the words of Brian Williams, by the time, how did he say it? You'll know we'll have something to say. You just don't necessarily know what's going to be said when you get on TV. And I fully agree with that. With this show, is, you never know what is going to be said, but by the time you see the destinations, you know I'm going to have something to say on each destination. And I think that's the magic sauce of us, is that you really don't know. But you know it's going to be real. I can tell you that much. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Yes, indeed. Yep, we are just trying. And do not worry, y'all. I know about the documentary from Peacock. We'll talk about that at another time. But believe me, I know about it. I have not seen it. But we are going to talk about that. I'll probably do that in a separate live. I may even do it today, honestly, just to talk about it, see what y'all think about everything. But yeah, so. Oh my Lord Jesus, just man, I need a mental nap after this show. That was, whew. That was, ooh. Man. Yes, we are just chilling. I think we're gonna take it all the way to 2:55. Then we'll head on out there. But yep, right now we are just chilling out for 5 minutes, just kind of resting after the show because that was a lot. This reminds me of that show where we talked about the Deborah Reedon jumping over the judge's bench, and it was just one story after another. And it was to the point where somebody in the live chat said, "Okay, Brendan, stop. These are too high intensity of destinations." And we just we chilled after that, man. So, but yes, indeed, y'all. So, oh my Lord. So, like I said, tonight. Sorry, y'all. Tonight we got Married to Medicine on deck at 6 p.m. tonight. So I look forward to seeing all of you there. And then I may or may not do the day thing. Right? We'll see. But I do want to see what it's about from Peacock. And also too, 50 Cent's documentary hasn't come out yet, but it's gonna be coming out on Netflix very soon. So we shall see. But yeah. Oh my Lord. My Lord. I am just looking. Oh man, it is nice to be watching the show from behind the scenes. Hey, 3 people in the building. Thank y'all so much for being here. We are just chilling out. Yeah, we talked a little bit about everything. We had 9 destinations today. So we had Melody Shari, talked about Melody Shari and her phone calls. King, we talked about Shamsud Din Jabbar, the terrorist that caused terror in New Orleans. 15 people are no longer here with us, and 30 people injured. And Matthew Liveisberger is the person that got identified in the Tesla Cybertruck explosion and unalived himself before the truck detonated. Then we talked about a plane crash that happened in California. 2 people are no longer here with us, and there were injuries from minors to serious. Then we talked about Apple having to pay $95 million. We talked about humanity, where apparently some scientists said that 2025 women were going to be done with men and go with robots. Yeah, I know. Then we talked about kissing and the benefits of kissing. That was a fun time. Then we talked about Katt Williams either opening up the portal or closing the portal, because he will be sitting down with Shannon Sharp. They said today potentially could be the day that that's happening. And if he does, y'all know I will be reviewing it, because my Lord Jesus, that first one was crazy. And of course, GloRilla performing at the Battle of the Bands performing at Honda's Battle of the Bands February 1st in Los Angeles. So 9 destinations. Really, I threw in the California one because we were talking about, some very serious events that happened in the world. And I saw that yesterday and couldn't really speak on it, but definitely wanted to give some light to that story as well. So yeah, a lot going on in the world today. Yeah, I think we'll end it here, everybody. So thank you all so much. I am going to thank all of you guys for this to give. Colton James Hodge, thank you for saying hey to everybody. Network Specialist, much love to you. Shirley, thank you so much for saying hello. PN2 Ross said hello as well. Playing catch up, she was subscribed. It's all good. A new show is coming right here. PN2 Ross there. You're so respectful, brand. That's what I love about you. Thank you very much. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much. Had a not ruined everything. Melwood giving you a chance at things still. I'm speaking that to existence, surely. You said that Braylon's coming to pass by 5 statements. I'm not surprised. Sang it, Brandon Woods. Surely, I appreciate this guy right here, Brandon. You're a small blogger that stays in your lane. Big things will come to you soon. I appreciate you so much for saying that. For real. Thank you so much. She hasn't really got tired of him yet, but when she does stand by, because when a woman finally gets tired and makes a move, it's usually big. Preach, Wayne Woods, when I was saying what needed to be said. Hand clap emojis for sure. Thank you very much. Vanessa, hey, my friend, good to see you here. Now we know Mela because they added AC to the show next season. Like we reviewed, the season has not been renewed. The show has not been renewed for another season, rather. Shirley said, I am from Louisiana. I've been to NOLA over 1,000 times. I've never seen those barriers not put up. This is weird. In my opinion, New Orleans dropped the ball due to all the high-profile activities in the area, including the bowl game, the Sugar Bowl, the All-State Sugar Bowl. Put some perspective there. Their New Year's and the upcoming Super Bowl, we have to be ready, we have to be ready, not be getting ready. I agree with that. It's so sad when people have these mental breaks. The POW in Vegas was also a bet that Stiller has been here as well. So, with that being said, enjoy your day. It is snowing outside where I am. It is cold, so I will be in his house. Staying warm, and I will see all of you later on tonight for Married to Medicine at 6 o'clock. And I may do a Diddy live tonight because I want to talk about that Peacock definitely want to talk about that Peacock trailer coming. The Peacock documentary special, rather. So, one love, much love, all love. Enjoy your day. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. Have a good one, y'all. Great show. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.
Yeah, we hustle all day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Ay, hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah. Drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah. Drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah. Drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah. Drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder.
This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
What geese?
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money.
Are you ready?
They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good. Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh, good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Church is a dance. Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in.
Michael, George, where?
Ginger.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from?
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.